Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, and well, it's been 2 weeks already since I landed back in Hamburg from my Portland trip, and you've seen like a lot of videos about the Wunderbar Together tour on this channel, like branching out from the regular, like I'm showing you vinyl and unboxing stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this. For sure, leave me a comment if you did, like, subscribe, and like share all the stuff I shared with you. It was definitely a pleasure to go to Portland, and now, after I have uploaded the last episode of the Wunderbar Together tour, I'm back with my chart haul for October 2K19, which is long overdue, but this trip like fucked up a lot of my like schedule, not only like video wise, because I got like 3 or 4 like unboxed unopened letters here like behind me somewhere, which I will unbox over the next days, but also in terms of writing reviews and catching up with everything on the internet, I'm still like way behind my schedule, so bear with me if this video is late, but I hope you enjoy anyway. And let's start with something completely different, with a cassette actually. And I hope you can see this, switched on Game Boy by Pharmacom, which is actually an alias employed by my mate Sascha Müller. A limited to 20 copies, hand-numbered copies cassette release, and this is actually, well, if you know Wendy Carlos' switched on Bach thing, the legendary synth producer, taken on neoclassical or classical compositions, this is basically a similar concept, but on a limited blue cassette and like with Game Boy music. So if you enjoy like this 4-bit, 8-bit old school chiptune sound, and also enjoy like classical music by Johann Sebastian Bach, Chopin, Haydn, Franz Liszt, Franz Schubert, and other guys played on this like Game Boy instrument thing with the SID chip, this might be something for you. And as a warning, if you like into really classical music, this is like a completely different take on the compositions you might know. So even for me as a non-listener of classical music, because the classic I'm not into, I can really enjoy this because it doesn't sound like classical music at all. So this is like epic, and it's limited to 20 copies. So good luck in finding this. The next one is, I think I cannot pronounce properly, a 7-inch by Cosima, and the title is Ploiaia, which is probably Romanian or something like that. Released as a split collaboration of Pingy Pong and Future Nuggets, a 7-inch release, which is definitely a kind of a novelty in a sense, because it is like kind of a fusion of like dub, like classical dub music, and well, what can be described as Romanian folk maybe, or like Romanian traditional pop, whatever. So lovely artwork, by the way, on the label. So this is like a very out there record, hard to find, hard to compare with anything else, because I never heard this fusion of Romanian gypsy music and gypsy traditionals and dub before, but this is like a record that is way out there and very interesting for sure, and on 7-inch, which is a format I do love for a reason. The next one is a white label actually, on the Sneakers Social Club label, and this is just a matrix number for me, so I will take this out, and here is the actual stamped white label. The track is I'll Keep Her Safe Boy by Shavinsky. I guess I'm pronouncing the name right. And what this is a 2019 update of what was once known as Speed Garage, like 4x4 house, garage, bassline house stuff from the mid-90s, updated for 2019. Future Garage might be suitable as well. And boy, this is a hit. This is the update the genre has been waiting for, I guess, and I hope this will like bring a lot of new tracks on that, or like from that realm, back to the dance floor, because this is epic. And by the way, If you want to read more about things I'm talking about right now, the link to the chart post on my website will be down in the description box, so you can read all things in detail about those records. The next one is an interesting one as well, Future Acid track. So this is like an Acid staple classic remixed, and this celebrates the 35 years that DJ Pierre has been a DJ, and DJ Pierre has been like a big part of Future, the old Chicago Acid group, and this is released on his Afro Acid label. And they're putting out like a concept thing there with like 7 12 inches with remixes of Future's Acid track, limited to 500 each, with different remixes, and to get like a whole of 35 mixes of this track. If you need this like as a concept, is questionable, and it comes as like hand numbered release. This is like copy 231 of 500, so just to let you know, like I'm still in the first half. What sold this track to me, or this remixes to me, is actually the remixes by King, which is a very famous like tech house, techno acid producer, and by Bloody Mary, which takes the track in a more like wink, higher state of consciousness, breakbeat acid realm, which I really love. So this one is an interesting concept, but I doubt that I will buy all of these 7 or 5 12 inches that are about to come out, because, well, this was expensive. This was like €25 or €27 for a like 5-track 12 inch, which is way too much. The next one is more of a reggae, hip hop, ragamuffin vibe, Dubstyle meets Jadan Blackamore, the linkage, which is definitely a suitable title, and this is also a nice artwork here. Dubstyle is a New York-based dubstep bass music label with a big time reggae influence, of course, and this is more in a freestyle set category, so it's like hip hop beats with dub influences and like ragamuffin reggae influenced vocals. Good stuff, good party music, groovy as hell, and I was a little reluctant at first because it didn't catch me immediately, but I heard it in a record store like a few times, and then my mind went back to 1995, 1996, like freestyle party mode, and this is why I bought this linkage Dubstyle meets Jadan Blackamore on the Dubstyle label. Next one is a mysterious one, Gangster remix. And no further information. So a stamped one-sided white label, which is also interesting. Really love the typography of the stamp here for sure. And this is basically a kind of like tech house tune with like indie pop vocals on top. More of a bootleg kind of thing. I don't know the original tune. I'm not familiar with the artist, and this is all the information I get. But Gangster remix, whatever this means, is a thing that is highly recommended and definitely a banger on the dance floor, I guess. Next one, we get to something dirty, which you can like maybe guess by the cover. Tony Morale's Naughty Tracks 2 on the Falling Apart label, which is, yeah, the return of original ghetto house, booty bass, ghetto bass, whatever you want to call it. So bouncy electro and hard like ghetto house beats, interesting lyrics, very like not safe for work lyrics, booty lyrics. Seems to be a limited pressing because there is this number stamp on there which I cannot like read properly, but yeah, this is like, if you know DJ Assault, Ass and Titties, Dick by the Pound, all that kind of stuff, and you love the old Dance Mania house as well, this is something for you. The cover speaks louder than words, I guess, and a few bootleg tracks on there as well. Careless Milkshake for sure. Her Neck, Her Back, only this is also like a big like pop hit, hip hop hit, I guess, and Work Me with DJ Lil N, which might stand for Little Nigga, I guess. So yeah, this is like fun music, ghetto music, and definitely a thing that will sit in my box for quite a long time, and I'm thinking about like doing a booty bass mixtape in the future, but for that the mixtape I've done recently the baze.djunkiii, the original Gangster files. The Gangster files must sell out like quickly, and we got international distribution now. The records, the Combat Dubs, the El Caballo Cemental No More remix, and the tape is shipping worldwide now via Verdant Sound, and I know that some copies are going to Italy, some copies are going to the UK right now, and so I'm getting rid of the backstock, and I got another one in the pressing plan, which I'm about to pick up in about 4 weeks maybe, I don't know. So next one is disco, actually. The Andromeda Orchestra Don't Stop on the Far Out label, which is run by the Phase Action guys, which are like house producers, disco house producers, which have been in the business for a long time. And this is actually, yeah, high energy disco stuff, like you would have in the 70s. So no regrets there. Also with a special extended disco mix, which runs for, I don't know, 12 minutes or something like that. So really fun stuff, uplifting disco. And usually I don't buy much or many disco records, but some of them grab my attention. And I don't know when I'm gonna play this out, and but I will at some point. So I will find me a way to get more into disco and playing disco as well. So a lot of plans are in the making, as you would say, and also some radio plans, but I cannot share much about this. The next one is a re-release from 1989, and is on Tresor Records. So Tresor is a Berlin-based techno club, but TV Victor has always been a staple on Tresor Records in the past as an ambient producer, and this is his album Moondance, which is actually re-released from CD from 1989. I guess it wasn't available on vinyl, but I could be mistaken, like beforehand. So, and TV Victor had a CD series out back in the 90s, which was like TV Victor invites you into a trance garden or something like that, which was pretty expensive. Like for one CD, they charged like 50 Deutschmarks back in the days. And the triple series I couldn't afford, so I missed out on that as a teenager, but this was very interesting stuff, and I was pretty intrigued, and then I didn't forget the name TV Victor at all, so I'm pretty stoked to have this. And this is like a proto-ambient with a little bit of post-punk, I guess, if you want to put it in this way. So we got this typical floating ambient atmospheres and tribal rhythms, and also a little bit of post-punk in terms of, if you consider like bands like Seacat Trance from the mid-80s as a like oriental post-punk tribal vibe mixture. So this is very interesting to me, and I also played this in Portland as well. And the final one, also TV Victor. So Back to the Moon is this album on Lullabies for the Insomniac, I guess. Lullabies for Insomniacs is the label. And this is also like ambient floating stuff, and interestingly these tracks have never been released, so these are from the TV Victor archives, and seemingly they have been produced in like 94 and 95. So one track is like 23 minutes long, and the other on the flip side are a little bit shorter, of course. And this is also like great ambient music for those who know and can appreciate like classic ambient. And I can definitely, I have a thing, an ear for ambient these days again, so I'm open for this kind of music too, which is, well, not necessarily the best thing, because it opens up the range of stuff I want to buy even more, and I gotta like DJ more and stuff, and find me some other ways to refinance this. But anyway, I'm out for now. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know about your favorite records these days, and I'm gonna go into editing to upload this as well today. So I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.